What's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with some craziness, all right? Listen, man. One of my favorite childhood movies was Child's Play, Chucky, right? But in the back of your, as a kid, it scared you to death. It scared you to death. If you were a kid in those times watching that movie in the dark late at night, kind of scared you a little bit. Might not have scared you to death, but it made you think. It made you look at some of those porcelain dolls that maybe your parent, your mom kept in a room. It made you look at them a little bit differently at nighttime, didn't it? I can't be the only one. Okay, I'm the only one. But it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Seeing that type of aspect in a movie, thinking about that, and then looking around your house at some of the dolls that was around the house, yeah, it made you think. So we about to get into the 5 scary toys caught on camera and in real life. In real life, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? Whether or not these are hoax or real, whatever the case is, it just still puts that in your mind that it could possibly happen, all right? And then we're gonna check out, oh, it's a 2-piece, definitely a 2-piece. 5 creepy dolls moving, haunted dolls caught on tape, all right? So if you're in a house right now and you have some of them dolls, just look over at them after you watch these videos, okay? All right, cut the lights off, get it dark, and watch these videos. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Here we go.
We all have our own favorite childhood toys that hold a special place in our heart. We also have our own childhood fears, scary incidents that are burned into our brain forever.
Yes, we've all seen the news stories of like the Elmo catching fire. Like Elmo got really bad and toxic for a minute, didn't it?
Now, sometimes childhood fears and childhood toys overlap. Here are the top 5 scary toys caught on camera. Oh, and just to make things a little more disturbing and make this video a little different from the typical scary toys video, these are all toys that people are still buying for their kids today, right now. Links to all of the scary toys are in the description if you want to traumatize yourself all over again.
I think it's a toy. But I never heard of one before.
Furby, your best friend, your worst enemy.
Furby.
What's that? It's my Furby.
What does that instantly make you think of? Huh? Where are all my people who watch Gremlins? You know, you couldn't feed them after a certain time. You darn sure shouldn't get them wet. Like, where are my people who remember Gremlins, all right? That's what that reminds me of.
Furbies made national news in 1998 as the first robot ever developed and mass-produced as a consumer device. In this case, a toy for children. The Furby spoke its own unique language called Furbish when first purchased, but it was programmed to gradually learn English over time so that it could speak to its child playmate. The launch of this robot did not go as planned. The first release of the Furbies were defective. The robot dolls would randomly freak out, screeching gibberish and making weird facial expressions while rapidly blinking its eyes as if possessed. Turns out the computer chip in the Furby robot was very unstable and often malfunctioned, sending the Furby into a stream of random, frightening behavior and speech that often traumatized any child in its presence.
Oh, he only had one time to do that with me. One time. And he was gonna catch like the end of my hammer, just like, that's all. I never brought one, so that never happened to me, but it would only have one time with me.
These random malfunctioning Furbies are now very sought after by toy collectors, but to some, they are nightmarish childhood memories. But forgetting all of that nightmare fuel, Furbies are amazingly still sold today. The newest version is the quote Furby Connect, but there are still concerns even with these new Furbies. In 2016, a UK consumer group warned that a lack of robust security measures made it possible to hack into the toy and use it as a surveillance device. Now, tell me that doesn't sound like a Black Mirror episode. Anyway, did you have a weird Furby scary toy experience yourself? Let me know down in the comments.
Wait, what? How? See, man. See? And that's why when you go over people's house and you look at their laptops and they have the camera have tape over it or some kind of piece of cardboard or something taped over it where it can't look out. You look at their Xboxes and if they have the Kinect, they have the camera turned out. Like, people are, for good reasons such as this, are becoming paranoid because people are out there watching you. I stand by that. I stand by that.
And if you want one of these beasts in your home, there's a link to buy one down in the description. Creepy doll. Earlier this year, a scary video surfaced of a creepy doll that was supposedly found in a graveyard in Mexico. But creepiest of all, the doll's eyes seemed to follow the viewer as they moved. Well, the video was a hoax, but the doll is very real. It was a creation by Oklahoma artist Julia Lane. Julia's specialty is making very bizarre, creepy dolls, some of which have eyes that follow you wherever you move.
Now. Now, being the type of person that I am, I wouldn't want one for myself, but I would definitely want to buy one and send to somebody. Send to somebody so they can have it. Oh my gosh, man. I wonder if they still sell these. No. How does the eyes follow you like that?
Scary toys aren't really made for kids, but are basically amazing pieces of horror art. A link to the doll page is in the description.
And Okie babies. Let me write that down right now. Okie babies. Oh, it's in the description. I don't need to write it down. It's in the description. Okie babies. Stay tuned.
The Ouija Board. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you know that I did a whole countdown on scary videos with Ouija boards. In the comments of that video, a few people mentioned that it was weird that a Ouija board was sold as a simple children's toy by the Hasbro toy company, even though some people characterize it as a device to contact ghosts or possibly even evil spirits. In this spooky clip, a group of teens are using a Ouija board in a graveyard when they begin hearing strange noises.
If there is a spirit near us, what is your name? You're not moving that, King.
I'm Grandma. You can tell I'm not.
What was that?
J.
Don't tell me this is about to spell Joe.
Guys. What? Joe, is this you?
You heard that? Oh my god. I don't know what to pay attention of.
Yeah,
You're not moving that.
I'm Grandma, I'm not.
Oh, Grandma. I never put much stock into the Ouija board, man. I just always thought it was just an elaborate hoax, man. Like, come on, man. Like, and I played on one before. When I was younger. And now that I think about it, it was marketed to younger kids. Like, that makes no sense. Like, how did they even get away with that?
No, this is not even funny. Oh, Grandma.
Oh, I'm moving it back. Move it back.
No, this ain't even funny.
Move it back to G.
Look whose grave. Hold on, let me take my fingers off this real quick. Look whose grave we are on right now.
Joseph.
You can't
Can you
see it
see it?
good. No, you
It
can't.
says Joseph.
Jose.
You can't really see
You
it.
can see it. I just saw it in there.
What the hell?
You're lying. Your grandma.
Back up.
Bro.
No.
Who was that? He looked like a homeless man. Bro.
Are you okay?
Bro.
Hurry! Hurry!
Bro.
I locked the door.
We're leaving the board here. We're leaving the board here. We're leaving the board here.
I don't know where to go. I don't know how far I am from anything. Is he by us?
Go! I don't care.
I don't know where I am, Ruby. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
They believe that there might be an angry homeless man lurking in the graveyard, so they make a fast retreat.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to the next one, because you can't trust teenagers, man. You can't trust teenagers.
They return to grab the Ouija board. The driver claims to see this mysterious homeless man yet again. But when the car lights shine on the area, no one is there.
Where is he? He's not even nowhere here.
Ghosts sound like he smoked Marlboro Lights. And like, come on, man. That was a person that y'all set up to do that. Stop it.
I don't see nobody, do you? Alright, this is what we gotta do, Kane. Are you recording?
Yes.
We're gonna run to the Ouija board
Say goodbye.
and try to say goodbye.
Alright, ready? Come on.
Well, here goes a piece.
Come on. How do you get off the board?
I don't know.
Come on. Put
Say goodbye.
Put your hand on it.
Hurry up.
Oh shit, my bad.
Goodbye. Did we do it?
Yeah.
What? What? What are you doing? What was that? You heard that?
Do you see anything up there? The voice is coming from up here, and I'm not seeing a goddamn thing. That was either a guy trying to prank us, and he knew that we were live.
A homeless man.
Yeah, I think he knew that because we were saying Joseph out loud, you know? And he probably was like, oh, we should pull a prank on these kids. Otherwise, that was just some creepy ass shit. I don't know, like, if we just saw a ghost, like, I'm being dead ass serious. I don't know what to think right now.
Should I get out and record? Hell no.
No, this is what we should do.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh,
Shit!
shit.
Oh my god!
Oh, shit.
Oh my god!
Holy shit.
Put that bitch! Put that
My God.
Put that bitch!
No!
Well, here's the thing. Hasbro still sells Ouija boards as a children's toy. They never stopped. And the game is listed
I didn't know those things were still for sale.
for, quote, 2 to 4 players ages 8 years and up. So if you believe the Ouija board is a conduit to evil entities on the other side, well, take note that it is still being marketed as a fun toy for children ages 8 and above. So, do you think a Ouija board is simply a scary toy suitable for 8-year-olds? Or is it a portal to the supernatural world? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Or, if you want to try it out yourself and see if you can summon some scary shadow being to your home, a link to buy this scary toy is in the video description.
You still put a link there? Oh, man.
The Evil Wand. A woman bought her daughter a simple toy at a local dollar store. The so-called Evil Stick Wand was rated for children ages 3 years and above. It looked like a typical child's toy, and the packaging promised, quote, wonderful music, magic, and fairies. Well, the woman gave her child the toy, and that's not quite what she got. The young girl peels back a plastic sticker on the wand to reveal a demonic-looking little girl who seems to be cutting herself while grinning evilly at the camera. And remember how the toy's packaging promised, quote, wonderful music? Well, here's what the wand played. The little girl was frightened by the image. The girl's mother was appalled.
I'm outraged over it. I want to know how they think that is suitable for a child.
But the shop owner's reaction was the most surprising of all.
The name on it, it says Evil Stick. So from the name, I would, if I'm buying it for my kid, and I have a lot of kids, and I have young ones, I would inspect it before I even give it to them.
So when this story first went public, it seemed so outlandish that many people on the internet first thought that it was just a hoax. But a YouTuber named Matt Clark went to the same dollar store and purchased this, quote, evil stick wand and confirmed the story.
It's like a child's anime series character. Again, that kind of goes with the Princess one, not so much a girl slicing her arm. But anyway, down here in the corner, it says, I can send out the luster of the beauty. I don't know what that means.
It's a 100% real children's toy being sold in bargain stores all across the US right now.
I don't know too many parents that would be okay with that. I don't. Like, that could traumatize your kid. When you think of evil, you think, in that sense, you think of, you know, one of the evil stepsisters or something like that. Something like that, just something harmless. Somebody cutting their arm, bro. Nah, that ain't what I paid for. I didn't pay for that.
Teething doll.
A teething doll?
Very strange and scary story emerged from the internet late last year. It was said that a new Pinterest craze had emerged on the internet. Sewing your child's lost baby teeth into a doll.
Oh, y'all are sick. Oh, that's sick, man. Are you kidding me? Oh.
Supposedly, mothers on Pinterest were taking up a new craft project, making dolls and sewing their children's lost baby teeth into the mouth of the doll. Like most things on the internet, it was all a wild exaggeration. Turns out it was actually an artist known only as Mrs. McGettrick who was making the strange dolls with teeth. The dolls are called fugglers, and despite the crazy stories circulated on the internet, the dolls did not have real lost baby teeth.
I was about to say, if that was true, it's some sick, twisted, maniacal people in this world.
The strange stuffed figures simply have bizarre fake teeth sewn into their mouths. But if that's not weird enough for you, then please keep in mind that in real life, some mothers actually make necklaces from their children's baby teeth. And that is 100% true.
100% nasty, sick, twisted, ugh. It's just some stuff you just don't. Just you know, your creativity sometimes get the best of you. I get it. Just don't let it.
The top 5 haunted dolls caught on tape moving. Note, the stories you're about to see are relayed just as they were reported by the video uploaders. Of course, it's up to you to decide what you believe. Clyde the Clown. The 2017 Chapman University Survey of Fears found that more people are afraid of clowns than ghosts. So what happens when you combine both fears into one creepy haunted doll? Well, you get Clyde the Clown. A man received this 35-year-old Clyde the Clown doll as a gift from friends. Supposedly, the creepy doll has a history of strange, unexplained activity, like moving on its own, or sometimes being mysteriously found in a different location than it was originally left.
Oh, really?
One late night, the man sets up a camera to monitor the doll. Recorded at 3:08 a.m., this is what he caught on tape. The doll seems to be moving its head. The footage looks even creepier when sped up to 3 times normal speed. So, is this a haunted?
Now that could be something inside of them that's like on a timer. You know what I'm saying? It could be something on the inside. So I'm not gonna jump out the window and completely say it. Still and all, it's creepy. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Still and all, it's creepy, but I would have to see the inside contents of it to make sure. If it wasn't no timer or something inside of him that caused that mechanism to do that, oh, he had to go. He had to be taken out back and burned. I have to burn him.
Doll caught on tape? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Curious doll. Some kids are filming their sister do a cup stacking challenge. But little do they know, they've gotten the attention of something else on the shelf behind them.
Look like the little Woody character from Toy Story, right? He did got, or what is it? What's the thing at Christmas that everybody always do? Elf on the Shelf. Yeah. He had to die. He had to go.
Now this is one of those YouTube creepy doll videos that's particularly interesting because it's not filmed as a typical overdramatic haunted doll caught on tape style video. The children seem completely unaware of what's going on behind them.
Right.
And the person who uploaded the video claims the creepy doll was only spotted later after watching the video back. And this isn't some old antique doll with a long, involved, scary story behind it. It's just a typical Toy Story Jessie doll.
I thought it looked like, I said Woody, but it looked like one of those Toy Story characters.
So, exactly what do you think is going on here? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Composition. This next video features a composition doll from the early 20th century. Composition dolls were made from a composite of mostly sawdust and glue. In the 1940s, composition dolls were replaced by plastic dolls. This particular composition doll was found being sold amongst a collection of antiques at a local flea market. The owner says he has no belief in ghosts, haunted objects, or the supernatural, but he admits that he just can't explain why this creepy doll seems to be moving on its own. The jealous doll. A woman is recording her daughter playing with a new doll. Behind her, one of the child's other dolls can be seen sitting on the countertop. Now watch the creepy doll sitting on the countertop next to the girl, paying special attention to the doll's hand and the candle in front of it.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
You like your new toy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Lovable.
Lovable. Sure his name isn't like Fred or Henry? Oh, it's so cute.
The movement occurs right after the little girl refers to her new doll as, quote, lovable.
Lovable. Sure his name isn't like...
Now the reason why I was like kind of be eerie or whiffy about the reason why I be iffy about this one, believing it wise, is because if you're recording your daughter would be the main focus of the video, right? So she would be in the center I feel like the person is trying to capture the doll and the daughter in the video at the same time. That's the feel it gives off to me in this video. It's like, you're trying a little bit too hard.
Fred or Henry?
The mom doesn't even notice the haunted doll moving while filming. Later on, when the whole family is watching the video, she notices that a candle rolls across the counter just above her daughter's head. But that's all. However, her young son was freaked out. He points out to his mom the doll's bizarre hand movement just before the candle moves in the scary video.
Still crazy.
100-year-old doll. This video features yet another composition doll. This one
See, that's them porcelain looking dolls, man.
is said to be over 100 years old.
Woo!
The owners of this doll would often leave the room, then return to find the doll in a different position than it had been posed before. As an experiment, they set up a video camera to film their doll for 24 hours. The camera was set to record at any movement.
Heck nah.
The nighttime footage of the creepy doll looks like the typical shot on a potato paranormal footage. It looks like the doll might be moving, but who can tell? However, the better lit daytime footage of the haunted doll caught on tape is a bit more disturbing.
Is that doll pointing or reaching out to somebody? Whoa.
Japanese live doll. Now I'm including this next story as an extra, mostly because it's in Japanese, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on. So there's a Japanese site called Nico Nico Live that is basically like the Japanese version of Twitch. Except since it's Japanese, it's like a very weird version of Twitch. For example, in this live stream, a grown man is playing with his doll collection. And then this happens.
Weird, bro.
かわいい。ちょっと髪型もっさりしてるな。もっさりしてるけど、なんかおかしいなやっぱり髪。なんかやっぱおかしいわ。まあ金髪次第やな。
In this live broadcast, the doll's eyes seem to actually move for a second. The clip immediately went viral. So is this a live broadcast of a creepy haunted doll? Let me know what you think. Now, whether you believe in haunted dolls, whether you're freaked out by creepy clowns, or even whether you believe any of these clips are real or not, I'm certainly not here to try to convince you. I would love to know what you personally think about these clips.
Yeah, how y'all feel? Like I told you, man, it just reminds me of the women who collected like those porcelain dolls. My mom actually was one of them, and sometimes them things can creep you out, bro. Like late night, you get up, you go to the bathroom, you happen to see one of them. It make you look at it like double take a couple times and be like, all right, man, fam, you can't be in this room on this dresser. Like, you gotta go. You gotta go. One of us gotta go. We both can't coexist here in this space. You know what I mean? So, but y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Have y'all had any weird experiences with any one of these types of dolls? Drop the comments in the comment section, all right? Get at me. It's your boy L. To the next reaction of my piece. Y'all stay solid. Hey.